This reminds me, wow, I have this beautiful cabin that I don't always use, but for Zooms, it's like the best. And I had forgotten looking at, yeah, it's this great piece of art. I don't know if you all can see it, but yeah, it's like, oh, just a little too full. Just a little too full sometimes. Molly, welcome. Thank you. All right, well, it is 2 minutes after the hour. So it's time to start feeling the love, right? You know, let's not waste another minute. Welcome everyone to this time. Becky, yay, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Uh, Go ahead.
I saw that those timbers and I got very confused because they
Yes.
felt very familiar.
Becky, everything in this cabin basically came from Becky's backyard in a way, manner of speaking. Um, well, welcome everyone to Feel the Love. If you don't know me, my name is Jeremy Smith. I'm a collaborative coach, I'm a creative consultant, and I'm a writer. And most of my day, I get to connect with people and helping them reconnect with their innate power and purpose and bring big dreams to life. So it's a pretty cool job, and I get to wear loud shirts. The next 50 minutes are going to be generative, they're going to be generous, and they're going to be fun. And I'm going to be asking things from you guys along the way. I already asked for your video participation, so thank you for offering your lovely faces. Uh, we're going to reconnect with who we are, what we have, and what we can do, starting from love. And what better day than Valentine's Day to do that? And to do that, we're going to use the oldest technology ever invented, the circle. And in 3 rounds, I'm going to share something and then ask for a contribution from each of you. So to make that possible, I have one request. I know we've got someone I'm eating, I'm doing that in private. That's okay. I hear you. But to the greatest degree possible, if you can have your cameras on, please, so we can you can get and give the most in our time together. That'd be super helpful. Um, and there's probably like a chat I can pay attention to, but we're an intimate enough. Welcome, Susan. Happy Valentine's Day. That we're an intimate enough group that feel free to just kind of audio it up, make some noise. It's totally fine. We'll figure it out. And if you want the text of anything I share here or to follow up with anything else that comes up today, just email me and I'll get that to you, or we can connect one-on-one in some other way. Okay. Could you kind of like do something like this if you're kind of ready to enter the fray? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yay. That was just great all by itself. Okay. I'm going to open with a meditation on new beginnings by Dr. Keltner. So I invite you just to find a comfortable and safe position and relax if it serves you. You can have eyes open or you can gently close them. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs and slowly exhale, releasing any tension you might be holding. Take a few more deep breaths, allowing each exhale to relax your body a little more. Bring your awareness to this moment, the present moment. There's no need to change anything. Just notice the sensations in your body, the rhythm of your breath, and the sounds around you. Now, I invite you to imagine a new beginning, a new friendship, perhaps a loved one or a child. Picture meeting this new person for the first time. Bring to mind the sense of their face, their voice, their presence to you. And just notice the sense of curiosity and wonder as you learn about this person's experience and stories, realizing how much there is to discover about fellow human beings. Now consider an experience of awe in hearing a piece of music for the very first time, one that spoke to you or speaks to you and made or makes you feel like you're learning something about the patterns of life. A song that thinking about it gives you goosebumps or even tears. Let the notes and the lyrics wash over you, introducing you to a world of emotions and sounds you've never experienced before. Now bring to mind the budding of a plant. See how it reaches toward the light, full of potential and life, and maybe even intention and consciousness. Reflect on the miracle of growth and the ever present cycle of renewal. Last, bring to mind a recent moment of awe, something that has recently touched you. Perhaps it was looking at a sunset or the stars, hearing thunder or a baby's laugh, a new place you visited, or even a new idea that has sparked your curiosity. How does this recent moment of awe feel to you now? Where do you sense it in your body? As we wrap up this meditation, take a moment to savor the new beginnings in your life. Embrace the awe they bring, the sense of openness to the vastness of life, and how you're a part of many things larger than yourself. Carry this wonder with you into the rest of your morning, the rest of your day, and if you like, the rest of your life. When you're ready, gently open your eyes if they were closed. And we're going to return to the room, bringing with you the inspiration of these fresh experiences. Hmm. Now we're going to get acquainted Could you share? We're going to go in a circle, even though our circle today is made up of squares. And just share your first name, something new in your life, and something good in your life. So name, new, and good. And gosh, what order to go in, right? Uh, Anya, would you mind starting us off? And you're muted right now. There you go.
Oh, hi. Oh, okay. So it worked. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. Nice to meet everyone. My name is Anja Heister. I'm calling in from Missoula, Montana. And something new. Gosh, I used to hate winter. Also, I live in Montana. I hate winter. And now I love snow. So that's it's something very new. It's a new emotion for me, that I can actually appreciate winter. And I used to be really mad, when it gets cold. And but this year, I'm more than just all right. I actually appreciate it. So that's it.
Something
Thank
new
you.
and good. Thank you, Anya. Annie,
Hi, hello everyone. I am also in Missoula, Montana, and um, I guess something new in my life. I just joined the Missoula Community Choir, and I went for the first time last night, and it was in the church where they practice. It was filled with people. It was amazing how many people are involved with the community theater, and I met a lot of great people and we sung beautiful songs and it was a great experience and it's something that I've always wanted to do, but it was one of those things that I kind of always put on the back burner, and I've kind of made a vow recently that I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop putting things on the back burner and do it. I recently lost an uncle, and for years they've been inviting me up to Tadoussac, in Canada, to see the whales. And I always was like, yes, yes, I'll do it, I'll do it. And he suddenly died a couple weeks ago. And I went to the funeral and saw all of his family from Canada. And it was an inspirational experience to meet all his family, and just that sense of regret that I need to stop putting things off and just do it, even if it's not convenient
hmm,
at the time.
thank you, Annie. We're all going to the whales. Road trip. Becky, source of timber.
Good morning. You asked about new, and I'm like, I don't want any more new. Life is very full right now. So I could say a new thing is that I am working with somebody who can help my business adjust to kind of our new media landscape. And what I mean by that is I'm kind of taking back some of my Facebook and Instagram, the things that Facebook and Instagram gave me, they kind of took away. I lost my business page, which is a huge deal. And so I found somebody who's going to help me with my e-news and other things. So that's new. And that's also really good. So, but the other good thing is, of course, the snow. So lots of skiing and hockey, and really grateful for all of that.
Awesome. Thank you, Becky. That's beautiful. Holly.
So what's new is puppy school. We've really never taken a dog to puppy school successfully. And so my husband and I have been working on trying to train Minnie, who is a Chihuahua and mostly Fox Terrier, and she's crazy. This is the dog who can literally dance on her two hind feet in circles and does it all the time. So down and no jump, that doesn't work. She's always in the vertical arena. So that's really what's new. Life is good. I am in Missoula. So that's it.
Awesome. Okay. If you can't see the whales, go see Minnie.
Yeah.
Courtney, I hear you that we can't see you. You tell us in the chat. Can you or just can you voice in or you can share in the chat if you'd like.
Hi, this is
Hey.
Hi. Nice to meet everyone. I'm in San Francisco, and last night I made Valentine's meal for my teenage daughter, and we watched the film In the Mood for Love, and it was totally unscheduled. And I started out sort of like, oh, I have to make dinner. But then we had the best night, and we even had leftovers, but it all worked out. It was all perfect and beautiful.
Thank you.
And that was something new that happened yesterday. Nice to meet everyone. Thank you.
Janelle.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janelle. I'm calling from Spokane, Washington, where we're currently getting like 3 inches of snow. It's really exciting. Something new. So I'm a professor at a university here, and I took on a new role that is the most frightening thing I think I've ever had to do, and I've done some scary things, but it's a leadership role. So I'm a faculty org vice president right now, and then next year I'll be faculty org president, which just means that I represent all the faculty side of things. And it feels like a lot of responsibility and daunting, and I have a lot of imposter syndrome that has been cropping up, and like real anxiety over it. But I'm also realizing in this new space that I might be a leader, and that all of those things that I've been insecure about for 49 years are suddenly able to be channeled into something for good in a way. And so it's been really scary and frightening, and every day is a new day. And then through that, I'm just realizing I have some really amazing friends and a support system. And so that's been really good. Or I want to say the scary is good. It's still too new and scary to say that it's good. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Janelle. Just quick show of hands. Is anybody, could you raise your hand if it sounds like Janelle's ready to lead? Yeah. Love it. Yeah, you can't be brave if you're not scared. So love it. Heather, I know you're off camera right now. Are you able to voice in to share something new in your life? You are in the chat. Feel free to do it, or feel free to pop in later and go, okay, I got out of the cop pulling me over and give me a ticket. Holly, we talked, right? Yeah, you got it. Karen says she's driving. Got it. My little list is like moving around on me. My mother, Jane Smith, or it could be any other Jane Smith. It's a common name. What do I know? Mom, are you out there? Man. Okay. Is anyone else? Can you raise a hand? Have you ever been ghosted by your own mom? Anybody ever? Anyway.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Okay.
One
All
of
right,
five.
I'm unmuted.
Okay, she's unmuted. Love it. Okay.
As you can tell, it's too early in the morning for me to actually see the computer and do things correctly. I am in California, where it's early for me anyway. And what is new, excuse me, what is new in my life? Well, this is several weeks old, but we are in Pasadena, California, just a couple of miles from a devastating wildfire, the Eaton Fire, that many of you might have read about. And last night, for example, we had over friends who had just lost their house. And this is the kind of event that really adjusts everybody's priorities. And what's been quite wonderful is for us and all our friends in the area, and probably for many other people, to see how resilient we are. There's tremendous work to do, but I think everybody, it's not snowing. Luckily, it's not raining and the sun is shining right at the moment. We are all ready to go out in the sunshine and embrace the moment, because who knows, it's time to go see the whales. That kind of.
Okay.
So that's what's happening in my life.
Thank you, Mom.
You are welcome. And apologies for being off camera. You don't want to see me.
Happy Valentine's Day. You're lovely, seen or unseen. Karen, what's something new in your life?
Well, good. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good morning. It's 11 o'clock here, and Heather's driving. I didn't know she was going to be able to join, but I guess what's new, we just had our condo painted, and it was a total mess, and I can't deal with an organization, so today we're getting it back together. And I guess our life right now is in a good place. I'm thankful for every day. And we're near our grandkids and daughter and family. I appreciate everything.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
Fresh paint and the kids and the grandkids. It's a good 1, 2, 3.
What more could you ask?
Kelly, back from breakfast, back on video.
Hey everyone, I'm Kelly. I'm currently in Jacksonville, Oregon, Southern Oregon. New. I had a job for 15 years that ended last year, so I'm doing something new, focusing all my efforts on, well, I don't know quite yet, but a lot of writing, because I'm a writer and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher. So I started a blog about yoga and meditation, and I'm taking steps to see what comes next in terms of offering more of the yoga to myself and others. Very much needed right now. And the good for me that comes to mind is my husband and I used to live in Montana, but we sold our home and we're traveling and we haven't really landed. So we're in a little rental place. But we chose this place because it's got amazing trails, all these hills and trails and turkey and deer. And the good thing is we are walking everywhere, hiking and walking. And I've had major health challenges the past few years, where I thought I might not make it at all. And now I'm walking for miles, and that's good. And I'm here with you all, and that's good.
Well, welcome. Michelle. We cannot hear you quite yet. Still can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yay! Yes.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm in Altadena, California. And what's new for me is we're newly homeless because our house burned down, which was a pretty devastating experience. However, it's also been a kind of an enlightening experience because it's ours here and it's ours now, and one foot in front of the other. And we're discovering uh, a good thing is incredible community and incredible support from everyone we know. And we're planning to rebuild. So there's lots of new things going on. And I'm deeply immersed in Altadena. I wrote the history of Altadena. I'm a local activist. And so I thought I knew everything about Altadena, but I'm learning so many new things and meeting neighbors that I might have been their neighbor for 10 years, but I didn't really know them. So it's quite to be part of like a mass catastrophe, is beyond all the loss. It's just incredibly occupying and interesting. So, and every day seems to be fuller and busier even than before. So that is good.
We welcome those buds. Thank you. All those fresh starts and fresh perspectives. Rhonda?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, now we can't hear you all of a sudden.
Okay, I guess I have to stay on this screen.
Okay.
Doing this on my phone, so it's a little bit different.
You're doing awesome.
Good morning. I'm Rhonda, and I'm also in Missoula, Montana, as many of us are. And what's new? It's interesting to hear everybody that have all this big stuff. I strive to make my life very simple. So my new thing is just going to the gym really regularly. I broke my ankle on falling on the ice last year in February. Actually, next week will be like the anniversary of it. And so I was kind of down and out with movement. Um, and what I discovered was being so, oh, excuse me, being so sedentary gave me the deepest depression that I had experienced last year. Um, so last year was just I just took it as becoming a blank slate for me, you know, stripping out things that I couldn't or didn't want to do and just thought when I'm done with this year, I'll have a fresh slate and do over in 2025. So I've kind of been going into the year with that mentality, but getting into the gym regular is a good new thing. Um, Also, something I found out yesterday after 5 years of working from home, my office wants us to come in 3 days a week, and I'm just dreading that. I like working at home. So I don't know, that'll be a new thing to try not to hate on every day I have to do it. Um, and good, I mean, everything's in general good. My answer to that usually is my dog. I love my little dog companion, Leela. She's bundled up sleeping still. She sleeps till at least 11 under the covers every day. She's a little Chihuahua pug weenie dog mix. And I'd also like to say what's really good is seeing a couple of my beloved Be Here Now people on the call. So it's nice to see faces that I haven't seen in a while.
Mm.
So that's always nice, especially on a day like today. So yeah, that's me. And I really appreciate everybody's stories of struggle and renewal. It's just it's I don't know, it just gives me good feelings, especially people that are experiencing the fire and they're having a good experience. Just kind of warms my heart. So thanks for sharing, being on the call.
Molly.
Hey, I'm Molly in Missoula. What's really new for me is I have RSV for the first time. So I'm sick, but I'm alive, so I'm okay. I have a lot of new things going on. I started a new job. I separated from my co-parent partner of 26 years amicably. It will take us not 26 years to unwind, but probably quite a while, and we're not in a big rush, which is really nice. And thankfully, we live just like a mile or two apart. But the newest thing, and the meditation really brought this forth for me in sort of a different spirit of burning it all down or breaking a bone to rebuild, is my oldest is newly 18 and living primarily with me. And when you asked us to think about meeting a new friend, I thought about meeting her, what that's like when someone meets her today. And all of the preconceived baggage and fear as a parent that I bring and judgment that I think I cut her off at the knees more often than I should instead of curiously getting to know her. So what's new for me is cohabitating with a different adult than the adult I've been cohabitating with, and putting aside my parental role. It's not turned off because she still needs it, but different. To get to meet, I need to meet her who she is today. And watching her reach out to people in our community who have known her whole life and know all of her baggage and all of our baggage and still are curious to know what she's interested in today are helping me with that new lens, to shift from being a parent to being a companion and a friend. So that's I mean,
Seems like Molly froze. And at the same time, I'm just feeling so much of the maternal love, right? Ah, so Molly, if you can hear us, we're feeling the love and loving back. Um, Sarah.
Hello, everybody. Just had to get a little breakfast there. Um, yeah, I'm Sarah. I am in Missoula. And I mean, quite literally, what is new is I found a new hairstylist this week, which is kind of a silly thing, but like I recently moved back to Missoula from the Portland area and I found someone I really loved there. And then it's been a little rough. So I was just so relieved to find somebody just really down to earth. And I went to her studio and she had like all her instruments there. And she's like, oh, yeah, we have band practice here too. And I'm like, yeah, I love that. And she was great. So that's new. What's good is I have really been loving the snow. And just being back in wintertime and watching my dogs joyfully play in the snow has been a highlight. Because they just don't want to come inside and we'll just take breaks and go play outside and run around. So that's been pretty fun.
Thank you. And Molly, welcome back. Yeah, if you were kind of moved by what Molly was sharing and kind of really grooving on that new way of momming, could you kind of, yeah. Oops. Okay, goosebumps, goosebumps. Steph.
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Steph, also in Missoula. What's new for me is that I recently have been dumped and laid off. So it's been like a shitty time of grieving and new beginnings. Um, I think the good part about that is that I'm gonna fuck off in Mexico for a while and just hang out and heal. So I'm excited about that.
Mhm. Love it. Susan. Seems like you're unmuted, Susan. Are you, but doesn't seem like you're speaking. Oh, now it does seem like you're speaking, but yeah. We can't yet. Um, Consider sharing in the chat or play with it, and we'll move to Teresa.
I am Teresa. I'm in Missoula. And a new thing for me is that I have started taking care of my friend's baby a couple times a week. She's 4 months old, and she's also my goddaughter. And I am filled with awe and wonder every time I'm with her. It's fascinating and so fun.
What's her name?
Finola.
Sonola.
Finola. Irish.
Of course. Okay. Can't go to Mexico and you can't go to Wales, go to Ireland. We've got lessons here. That's beautiful. So I'm not going to read an excerpt from a poem by Andrea Gibson called The Year of No Grudges. Or instead of writing a furious text, I try a poem. I think almost everyone tries hard to do good and finds out too late they should have tried softer. I've never in my whole life been level-headed, but the older I get, I'm more level-hearted. And I think we make gods who look like us for a reason. I think in spite of it all, we trust we can be believed in. When I don't believe in myself, I try to remember I have walked on water like 700 times in Maine in the dead of winter. Where I come from, you can drive a pickup truck from one side of the lake to the other, and people have an unusually high quantity of missing teeth and fingers, but you can still count on them to buy whitening strips and wedding rings. Because where I come from, beauty is in the eye of anyone who sees what's missing, but can't stop pointing to what's still there. If there's no definition for love yet, I think that's a good one. I would like you now, I invite you now, to think of one thing you love. To think of one person you love. And then to think of one thing love inspires in you. with that one thing you love, that one person you love, and that one thing love inspires in you. Love to hear from a few of you. We're going to popcorn now. And feel free to share one of those things, two of those things, or all three of those things. And Molly, because you got cut off, we're going to have to start with you.
All right, that's fine. So I'm just really focused on my daughter right now, but really my whole family. I love all of us, all four of us, myself, my son, my husband, my co-parent, and my daughter. And that poem was great, Jeremy. I would like a copy of it because I am inspired to love softer, like the poem suggests. Sorry, you said, what do we love? What does it inspire? There are three things. Give me the third one.
What's one thing love inspires in you?
Well, right. So, curiosity, to put aside my fear and be curious and let that lead to new things. I'm complete.
Annie, I'm getting vibes.
I I thought of, well, I love my life. I have a beautiful life, and I I'm blessed, and I always have been blessed. Um I don't know why. I think I lost my mother when I was young, and and I've lost a lot of people throughout my life, and I feel like they look down on me. They they've always I just have such amazing people in my life. Like Jeremy, I met you at a bat mitzvah. Um and I seem to have a I don't know, life guides me to amazing people, and I just feel really blessed. So I love my life. When you said um um one person, I can't separate my two daughters. I love my two daughters, and they inspire me always. And like Molly, I went through a divorce a couple of years ago, and it was hard. I wish we could have been amicable, but it very quickly turned ugly. And um, it worried me for my daughters, how they were going to end up. But we made it through, and we're beautiful together, the three of us. Um, and um, and I guess love, all of that inspires me to be better, to be a better person, and um, yeah, keep trying.
Michelle?
Well, I really love my husband, and going through this with someone by your side, it makes it all the difference. And we're really kind of compatible philosophically, which, I think it would be so much harder if you were alone to have this happen. I mean, you'd have your friends. So, but, and I love our mountains so much also. And I always go up in the mountains. I was up there regularly, two or three times a week. But what love is inspiring me to do right now is to really think about rebuilding Altadena, and in a good way that takes this catastrophe and uh, sees the opportunities that it's opened. because there's a lot of fear about, big developers coming in and changing the nature. And you think, well, what are we going to preserve? But Altadena was a lot more than houses. It's about the people and the culture and the history. And so we've been working with a group of people and some wonderful new urbanists, polyzoides, who have a lot of experience in rebuilding places that have been devastated, like after Katrina and so forth. So we're really putting a lot of our love into that right now. And it feels very meaningful. I mean, we had every option. We could buy a house, we could move to Pasadena, we could move to France, we could, go somewhere else. But it just somehow feels really good to be right here now. And there's an incredible amount of love circulating that we're feeling.
Thank you. I started 2 minutes after the hour, so I'm going to be bold and go to 9:52, if that's okay. I've got 3.5 minutes to love, feel the love. I'm going to share an excerpt of an essay from Caverly Morgan. Love is not a fuzzy thing. I used to associate love exclusively with warmth, perhaps soft curtains, soft lighting, soft music in the background. Love often felt just out of reach, yet there was promise in my mind that someday, if I worked hard enough, if I learned enough, if I accomplished enough. Love was a promise of something comforting, something delightfully squishy, soft and fuzzy. Love was a reward. It's only after years of practice that it's become clear that love is not a fuzzy thing. And that's not because love is the opposite of such things. It's not because love, rather than being fuzzy, warm, and soft, is actually rough, blue, and cool. Love is the realization that our very being is shared with everyone and everything. Our being isn't mine or yours. It is not separated by such distinctions. This realization has no specific form. It takes shape in the formless. What form can love take? Any. Love can take any form, like a fuel that can propel a variety of things. The shapes that love can take are countless. The possibilities infinite. True power lies in our capacity to love, to give it, to receive it. Practice offers us a way to keep our attention on love. Love with a capital L, love that is not conditional in spite of the whirls of our relative world. This process is not always warm, and it is sometimes far from soft and fuzzy. So, in this circle, in these last 2 minutes, I'd like you to find someone you don't know. And remember our beloved audio only accompaniments. Like at this point, Sarah, Courtney, Anya. No, Anya's there, of course. My mom, Jane. And you get to offer them these 4 wishes. Someone you don't know or you just met. You get to say in your mind to this person, I wish you health. I wish you happiness. I wish you safety. I wish you peace. and know that someone else was just wishing that for you. Happy Valentine's Day. Feel free to repeat any of these exercises at any time with anyone and everyone. If you'd like any of the materials here or a recording from this call, email me. Send that your way. Be well.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Lovely to
everyone.
meet you all.
Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Nice to meet everyone.
Love and peace.
Heart, heart, heart.